Sagittarius, what's happening? Time to see what's going on with you guys for the month of August. Man, it doesn't even sound right saying it, man. August 2020. I swear New Year's Day was just yesterday. Crazy, crazy. Anyway, if you would like information on scheduling personal readings, that is in the description of the video. Remember, I am accepting same-day readings only, okay? As of right now, we will let everybody know when we decide to put the schedule back into place, okay? Anyway, though, what else? Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Leah's Crystal page, man. You don't want to miss out on this cool stuff. She's got that on Instagram. You can give that a follow if you would like. We would really appreciate that. That's all in the description of the video. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop right into this. Less talking and more reading. Sagittarius. What's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? Sagittarius, August 2020. Let me get some shang-a-lang-a bing bang. I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world to be drinking, but it wakes me up. Dude, black cherry vanilla bang. Oh my God, that's my favorite. No, they don't pay me to say that. No, they don't pay me to say that. But it is like the most amazing cherry drink that I've ever had. So phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, you should definitely grab you one up. Anyway, let's see if we can get you a jumper. I'm starting this off with Gilded Tarot Royale. I hope I'm saying that right, Royale. There we go. Ooh, the Empress in the reverse. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Taurus. Okay. Don't really want to say a whole lot on the jumper just yet, especially as a major arcana, but whatever situation you either are or were dealing with, I don't really feel like it's very stable. Okay. Not very stable, not a whole lot of growth between the two of you. When I say growth, what I mean is expansion and evolution, okay? When you come together with a person, you meet at a certain level vibrationally, okay? And, you know, the longer you stay connected with this person, it's kind of like a ping pong game, you know? There's this back and forth give and take of energy, you know, and we're flexing, we're learning. I'm teaching you, you're teaching me. We're both teaching and learning from each other, and we're evolving. And then we hit a wall, right? We hit a wall. Whether it could be caused by a belief system, by an opinion, or it could just happen for reasons that we don't even really know. But for whatever reason, we stopped growing. We stopped expanding. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about here. Like basically whatever it's come to between you and this person, you've hit a wall and there's no more growth left. That make any sense? Let's get 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shuffles. Okay, the Hermit reversed overall here. Oh, damn, man. All right, the way people are perceiving you from the outside looking in is the 6 of Cups in the reverse. Like, hang on. People are perceiving you like maybe you haven't fully let go of whatever this person did to piss you off. It's not really like y'all, man. Not really. How long can you be pissed off? Or I don't know, because on the inside you feel like the 5 of Wands. So I think you're being pretty transparent, okay? And I'm pretty sure that y'all are the ones that invented transparency, right? It's not really a question as to what's going on inside your head. Not really. You are more than happy to let everybody know what you think, right? So this right here makes a lot of sense. People know, you know, it's all over you. It's written all over you that you are still very pissed off or hurt or whatever by this person and what they did. Okay, it could be a Virgo, but I think that you're doing what you can to keep yourself busy and preoccupied as sort of an internal defense mechanism, maybe, you know, but dude, look. 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords. You're disappointed in the way this turned out. 4 of Swords, reverse, just like that Hermit right there. Let's look over here at the person you're dealing with. Could be an Aries, but I feel like, see, this person here would rather relinquish control, okay? I don't really feel like there was a proper balance between the two of you. And what I mean is, we only control what we have control of. Okay? And if you have no control over something and you keep trying to control it, you're gonna lose control of it and you're fighting a losing battle, you know? So where I feel like maybe you were putting in 110%, this person, not really. Not really. I would just kind of rather throw my hands up in the air and just let you do everything. And you know what I mean? That type of energy is because they didn't really have the passion like you did. Okay? There's a massive loss of interest here. They do feel guilty though. Okay, don't get it twisted. With the Seven of Swords in the reverse, some of y'all could have busted them in some lies, you know what I mean? But with what went wrong, they definitely feel like guilty. They see what they could have done better. But I feel like with that Emperor in the reverse right there, this is just more like a person who would rather just walk away and say, okay, well, you know, whatever, you know, just kind of walk away like, oh, nothing really happened, no, you know, and kind of shamefully, if that makes any sense. It's the best way I can think to word what I'm seeing here. But the underlying energy is the Knight of Swords reverse. This is basically what caused everything, okay? Bad communication, okay? If we aren't communicating correctly, so it's going to cause problems, okay? Maybe not right away. That's the thing. Maybe not right away. But after a while, that bad communication, it's going to turn into a bomb that goes off, you know? Because all it starts with is these little bitty things, man. These little bitty miscommunications and error and understanding and things like that to start building up and building up and building up and building up to now there's this big ball of tension between the two of us. And eventually, if that's left unchecked, it's going to explode, okay? So I think that, I don't know. Let's look a little bit more at the person you're dealing with. And starting from this reading, I'm going to start with the past person, okay? So after this, I will be doing new person. Sagi's dealing with a new person, but let's look at the past person that you're dealing with here. Past person, Sagittarius is dealing with universe. Past person. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. Now, I do think that, see, the truth about what really happened, this person's ignoring because they don't want to have to face themselves. You know, this is the type of person I feel like is running from themselves. They don't really want to have to face themselves, you know? Like, I'm not saying that you're 100% innocent or 100% guilty. It's just that eventually, at the end of the day, if we want there to be that growth and that expansion, then we have to, at the end of the day, after we get done telling each other what we think about each other and what, you know, I express to you how I feel and you express to me how you feel, at the end of the day, I got to go inside and say, okay, well, how can I work on me? That's what most people don't want to do. Most people do not want to face themselves. You know what I mean? And that's definitely showing here with this past person. Let's get 4 shuffles here. There's 1, 2, ooh, 9 of Cups. 3 and 4. So you're dealing with a person with this 9 of Cups energy right here who would probably prefer to be single, but even if this type of person is in a relationship next to the 8 of Swords, okay, this combination right here creates this, it creates like a shield. Like I'm gonna put this shield around me. Here I am all happy and good and well, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with this energy. This is very beautiful energy right here. But when you mix it with 8 of Swords energy right here, now I have this shield around me. Oops, I dropped the card on the floor, hang on. Now I have this shield around me in which you are perceived a possible threat to my cups, okay? See what I mean there? I'm emotionally independent and I'm not letting you in. No, we can't do it that way. If you are going to step into a relationship in 9 of Cups mode, no, your integrity's got to be a little bit stronger than that, okay? That doesn't mean that you put a shield on you and not allow somebody to come in. That means that you come in, I'm 9 of Cups, baby. I ain't got to worry about what you come in and say or do. I still own my own self-worth, but this person's not looking at it like that. They're 9 of Cups, but they're afraid. I think they perceive you with this Queen of Cups energy right here and the 5 of Wands as you could very, very easily threaten their emotional integrity. And they don't want that, you know? Could be an air sign that you're dealing with, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Could be another fire sign or a water sign. I have Capricorn here too. But in their opinion, they want to avoid a toxic connection. If that makes any sense. But it could be a Pisces you're dealing with too. But with this moon card here, they're too afraid to let you in. And that was the whole problem. They were too afraid to let you in. Like I said, they probably worked very hard to get into this Nine of Cups mode right here. But the whole point of Nine of Cups is I stand in my emotional integrity. That's the whole point of it. Okay? You don't get to this point and then lock everybody out. If you want to do that, that's fine. What are you doing in a relationship then? You know what I'm saying? So, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's look at the new person. New person. Sagittarius dealing with a new person. This is strictly for new person. Now take it how it resonates. This could be if you are looking for a new person to come in, or if you are still freshly dealing with something new. This is for the new person. That don't look good. Seven of Swords. Some of y'all have somebody that you're dealing with that there's not a whole lot. I don't know if you can trust this person, Sagittarius. I don't know. That looks a little bit sneaky and snaky. Let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shuffles. The Hierophant. Okay. 2 of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed. Oh, okay. So this has something to do with their past. Yep, this definitely has something to do with their past. There's something they're not telling you. Okay. Now, we'll look at the outcome here in a little bit, but I am seeing here, I think some of you all are dealing with somebody who's playing games. This doesn't look good. This does not look good. In the heart of the spread here is the King of Wands in the reverse. Now, with the Hierophant being the overall energy here, I think this person has their version of the best intentions. Their version of the best intentions. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that, okay, well, here's my view of what I think, a relationship or whatever should be. This is my view of it. But am I the only person on this planet that's right? Some people believe that they are, and they will fight, come hell or high water, for their little idiosyncratic view of relationships to force them into reality, So that's kind of what I'm seeing right here. And I don't really know. They look like a snake in the grass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I would distance myself emotionally from this person, or at least keep them at arm's distance is what I would do. This doesn't usually come up. Man. I read what I see, and 7 of Swords right here, 6 of Swords reversed. This has to do with their past, okay? There's something about their past that they're not telling you. And it could be a Pisces that you're dealing with, but I feel like you know what it is. I feel like I'm not saying that you know exact details of what this is, but it's like, okay, well, whenever we get to talking about this, about our past or whatever, or anytime this comes up, it just feels weird, and it feels like you're lying to me about something. Like, I can just see, the shift in your eyes, and I can hear the change in your tone, that there's something off about that, And hey, by all means, let's go ahead and step away and say, to be 100% honest with you, that's their business and their business alone. But I don't personally agree with intentionally misleading you from the truth. There's nothing wrong with saying, I really don't want to talk about this. I would really rather not talk about that. But to intentionally mislead somebody from the truth is a little, I don't know. I think this person, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I hate being the bearer of readings like this, but it doesn't look good. I don't know. Just at least keep your distance. Keep your distance until you feel like confident enough to where, okay, well, maybe we can work together and start communicating a little bit more honestly. But as long as I feel that something off about you type of energy, I'm keeping you way out here. And I'm not going to allow you into my circle, and I'm not going to try to force my way into yours. So once we can start communicating more honestly, then yeah. But until then, I don't know. Let's look at the outcome, you know. The outcome resting in the current moment, which is always subject to change. There will be an overall energy. The overall energy is like advice, just an overall advice for all Saggies. And then the first three cards are the past person outcome, and the second three cards, the second set of three, is the outcome for the new person. Okay, resting in the current moment, which is always subject to change. Ooh, the Lover's card. Let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. So it's very important that you understand. Everybody, I don't care who you are. Every single person who has ever or will ever enter your life is a very near and dear soulmate. Okay? And that even goes deeper than people who enter into your life. I'm talking about, you have really near and dear soulmates that you would never even imagine. That person that you accidentally bump into at the store. So, oops, excuse me, sorry about that. That's your best friend on the other side. You have forever altered their path, and they've altered yours. And that little agreement, that little coming together right there was agreed upon long before you got here. Okay? So, oh yeah. See, with the past, okay. So with the past person that you're dealing with, overall, Knight of Cups. You have to understand that love does not work like there's somebody who needs me and somebody who's here to save the day. That's not the way it works. I know that's the picture that we've been programmed with, but that's a lie. That's not the way love works. Okay? That's not the way it works. So whoever it is who has the white knight complex, who wants to come and save the day and be the hero, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way, okay? So that's the advice, okay? And you have to understand that everybody you've ever dealt with is a very near and dear soulmate. Everybody, okay? The quicker you can swallow that pill, the easier the connections that you have are to understand and navigate through, okay? The past person, I feel like this is a completed karmic cycle, okay? Now, what does that mean? That means that you and this person at one point in time in a past life, it didn't quite work out. You wanted to try it again, and it's not quite working out again. So there's two ways to heal a karmic cycle, okay? The one that takes the longest, the one that's the longest and the most drawn out, is to go inside and say, how can I change my inner world in order to make my outer world reflect those changes from my inner world? That is the one that we as humans are still really struggling with, like big time. If I want to see a change in my outside world, I change my inner world first. This is the way it really works, because like I tell my personal clients all day, the universe is an inner dimension that life emerges from. It's not out here. It's an inner dimension that life blooms out of. That's where the source of creation is. So if the source of creation is this inner dimension, then I don't need to look to my outside world. I look to my inside world, because this is where it's all being created. Every piece of life on this planet is emerging from the same inner dimension, the same creative source. Okay? So what I tell this inner world, what I tell myself, everything around me is responding to it. Because everything is plugged into it as well. You see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? So, the second way to get off the karmic wheel is to cut the contract and release and let go. That sounds easy, but it's much easier said than done. Release and let go. And forgive. Forgive them for anything they've done to you. Forgive yourself for anything that you've done wrong. Release and let go. That's the one I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of that one, but it just depends on what you want to do. That's all up to you. The new person. Dum, dum, dum. I don't really think that this is going to last very long, y'all. I don't think it's going to last very long, but here's the funny thing. I don't really think that you all are giving this enough time to actually get emotionally invested into it. You know? Not really. Because with the Chariot and the Ace of Wands right here, directly following this Tower card, it's like, oh well, on to the next. You know? So that does, it looks like it's going to be very, very short-lived. Either way, though, I don't care who you're dealing with. Past person, new person, good connection, bad connection. At the end of the day, what was the point of that connection? How did that connection fit into my story and me and all that? You know what I mean? All right, things to watch out for and advice moving forward. This is the most important part of the reading. What deck do I want to use? Let's use Universal Rider-Waite. Universal Rider-Waite. If they came to me and they said, okay, we are doing away with every single tarot deck that exists, you get to keep one, I would choose this one. I love this one. I love this deck. Universal Rider-Waite. I love it. Whoa. Okay. The most important part of the reading. Things to watch out for and advice moving forward. This is spiritual life advice for anybody and everybody. Anybody and everybody. I don't care who you are. If you're watching this, this is for you. Okay? Let's get 6 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So don't try to plan each and every step. Okay. There's a lot of Pentacle energy in here. A lot of you need to be focusing more of your energy on your money and your finance. And you know that that doesn't mean sit and obsess about money all day. Don't do that. But when it comes to creation, I think a lot of you would benefit more learning how to manipulate the energy of money. Okay. Because it's all really the same thing. Once you really begin to understand the nature of this matrix and how it works, you understand that everything is really governed by our own perception. Everything. Everything. The outside world is just the response to our perception. That's all it is. Okay? It's all it is. As within, so without. As above, so below. I think a lot of you, moving forward, focus on learning how to manipulate the energy of money. That will cause a domino effect to make everything else make sense, because it all works the same way. It really all does, okay? But that's one of those things that once you can get out of your own way when it comes to, you know, manipulating the energy of money, once you can get out of your own way and crack that key, it makes everything easier to understand. Everything, okay? Because everything is governed the same way with your perception, okay? Watch out for people who cling to the past, okay? You know that you know this person, maybe you are this person, who just clings on to the past for dear life, you know, trying to recreate the past, trying to figure out why the past happened the way that it did, you know, and they just can't let go of it. Watch out for that, okay? And here's that 7 of Swords. Actually, I'm going to take this as a piece of advice. Do not tell everybody your next move, okay? This was a very hard pill for me to swallow. I remember when I first had to come to terms with the fact that other people, whether they mean to or not, they can affect you with their thoughts, their intentions. People can unknowingly be casting intention at you all the time. You tell somebody, hey, I'm gonna go do this. And if they secretly don't like you, they have the ability to accidentally change the outcome of, or at least influence the outcome of what it is that you're gonna do. Oh yeah, don't ever underestimate. Don't ever, ever, ever underestimate that. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pull another card here. I feel like that was kind of shallow and boring advice. Okay. So, watch out for people who do not know how to leave a toxic situation. Okay? If we come together and I see that you're in a situation in which it is a very nasty cycle, and it keeps going back and forth and 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 back and forth, and eventually you have to stop and say, okay, if the person you're dealing with keeps doing the same thing over and over, that proves that they haven't changed. If you keep responding the same way, that proves that you haven't changed. Okay? So you see this happen a lot, and I'm talking from the third person, like people that you're dealing with. And you see them going through the same old cycles over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're like, look, if you keep doing the same thing you've been doing, the cycle's just going to keep spinning. You have to jam a stick in that wheel, you know? And if I were you, I would monitor the people that you're close to, and those types of people who are in those types of situations and they keep spinning around and around and around and around and around and around. You might want to distance yourself from that, because energy is contagious. It's very contagious, okay? If you are observing somebody who's stuck in a nasty cycle, eventually you and that person are going to get stuck in a nasty cycle, okay? Distance yourself from that. And do not be afraid to jam a stick in the wheel. What that means is if there's a cycle that's been going round and around and around and around and around, somebody has to stop it, or else it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. What's been happening is going to keep happening, if that makes any sense, you know? Mandy, thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. Anyway, though, I feel like the messages my Saggies needed to hear have come through. I'm going to go ahead and hop on out of here. I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in and played along. Thank you all so much for the likes, the comments, the super chats, and all that good jazz. Remember to look in the description of the video for information on scheduling personal readings. Until further notice, I am accepting same-day readings only. And social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, including Leah's Crystal page. Don't forget to go give that a follow, okay? You don't want to miss out on all the cool shit she has on there. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, though, okay? I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, okay? Have a good one.